Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. At 12:35 a.m. Monday, Silver Springs police officer noted a vehicle parked at the League Street overpass and a white female standing over the guardrail on the overpass over Shannon Road, the South Service Road, according to Police Chief Jay Sanders. She refused to respond to a negotiator and jumped. The officer had called for assistance, and Seth McDaniels, a trained negotiator for the department who was on duty, responded. In attempts to communicate with the female, she refused to speak or communicate with McDaniels. At one point, she leaned back and was hanging on to the guardrails. He continued to attempt open communications. Other officers and EMS responded to the scene. She finally let go of the guardrail and fell. At this time, no note or other information that would identify the reason for the incident has been found. EMS found her to have a strong pulse and to be breathing when they began to attend her on Shannon Road. Chief Sanders said the trauma to the head was severe and she died at the hospital. Justice of the Peace B.J. Tier ordered the body sent for autopsy. Chief Sanders said this is an unusual event, but when it occurs, the department responds as quickly as possible. In the first 6 months of 2017, Silver Springs Police Chief Jay Sanders said the trend for major offenses continues a downward slope. He said that due to better coverage of the city, major crimes have decreased over the past few years. In the first 6 months, no homicide has occurred. 2 sexual assaults took place between January 1st and June 30th of this year. 1 assault occurred in March and the other in June. 9 other varied assaults other than simple assault took place during the 6-month period. 2 robberies, 1 in February and 1 in May, are on the books. 7 burglaries of a habitation and 5 burglaries of a building were reported during the first 6 months as well. 40 theft over $200 were reported, and 7 motor vehicle thefts were reported. Saputo Dairy Foods has partnered with Paris Junior College to provide job training using an $86,289 Skills Development Fund grant from the Texas Workforce Commission. The grant will benefit workers in the Northeast Texas area. This grant will be used to provide customized training to 88 new and incumbent workers for industry-related topics with focused instruction on food processing technology. Trainees will include distribution and warehouse supervisors, maintenance mechanics, and testing lab technicians. Upon completion of the training, the worker will receive an average wage of $23.89 an hour. Silver Springs Independent School District trustees are one of 16 Texas School District Boards of Trustees that have been selected as regional nominees for the 2017 TASA School Board Award. Texas school superintendents who belong to TASA may nominate their boards of trustees for the TASA School Board Awards. TASA's School Board Awards Committee will meet in late July to select up to 5 of the nominated boards to be recognized as honor boards. Those finalists will be interviewed at the TASA-TASB convention in Dallas October 6th through 8th. And 1 will be named Outstanding School Board of the Year during that event. The Silver Springs School Board received the nomination from Region 8.
Be sure and set the date of October 6th on your calendar, and you'll want to be in town. That's when the Cattleman's Classic Ribeye Roundup, sponsored by the Net Bio organization, has their big annual cook-off and bash. Entertainment Chair Missy McClure was with us to tell us who's headlining.
We are so excited to be able to announce that we are going to have Stoney LaRue as our entertainment for this year. We are thrilled. This is our 3rd year to do the Cattleman's Classic Ribeye Roundup.
Yes, downtown, Celebration Plaza. Everybody can come to the concert.
Absolutely, everybody can come. We will have tickets available for the steak cook-off dinner, where you can come and have a steak cooked by one of the cook-off teams, and then enjoy all of the trimmings that go along with that, and then sit back and enjoy the concert. Starts at 8 o'clock that night. Dinner starts serving at 6.
Okay. It's usually a beautiful evening on the square for this event. And so being on the entertainment committee along with Missy, early in the year, some names start getting hashed around as to who would like to invite to be the headliner entertainment. And so then you get your list of names and you get who is available. and you get who is affordable within the budget. And then you make a selection.
That's true. And we've, again, this is the third year. The first year we got to have Johnny Lee. We were excited to have him. He was actually a resident of Sulphur Springs at the time. So that was a great benefit for us and for us to be able to enjoy that. And then last year for the second one, we had Jake Hooker and the Outsiders, and they did such a fabulous job, and we were so excited to have them as well.
And with a cameo appearance by our own Jack Phillips last year.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he did a superb job. He's such a talented young man, and exciting to watch him grow and to see the news that's coming out about him right now as well.
It's so true. He's going to the Josies in Nashville later this fall. Now, Stoney LaRue, you love Texas music. Tell me about Stoney.
Well, the band is he is actually from Oklahoma, just north of here. So it's exciting for us to be able to have him because he's considered a local artist, but he is making a name for himself, and he has a lot of very passionate followers, and played this weekend at a place in Roy City and had all of the tickets sold out very quickly. Wow. I know that there are some other venues that he's been involved in, and it's exciting for us to be able to have him come into Sulphur Springs for this. I think we'll have a great crowd show up for it.
We have got his picture on our website, ksstradio.com, and the poster there with Stoney, the free concert, 8 p.m. the evening of October 6th, and how you can attend that, and how you can get dinner and attend that, and be part of a bigger idea, a bigger concept. The education part of this Cattleman's Classic has been going on for a few years. It
has been for several years. They did at their annual meeting, they would hold educational programs, different types of things, different interest for the producers that are a part of the NetBio, which, if anybody doesn't know, it means Northeast Texas Beef Improvement Organization. Our goal and our mission is to be able to provide nutritious, wholesome, quality products for people, and to help educate the consumer about what those products are and how they can benefit them in a healthy diet. So all of that being said, the educational program helps them to be better producers and helps all of us to be better producers, and then consumers to be educated. This year is really exciting because we have a gentleman named Trent Luce that is going to be speaking to the producers at their afternoon program. He is actually an agriculture advocate. He does talks all around about the need for better information to be out there for the agriculture industry. And then he will also be speaking that night for us before we have the concert that starts. He will be presenting a talk that evening. It will be about 7:15. Okay, wonderful. So plan it, October 6th, come for dinner. You can watch the cooks. You can kind of be down there around the steak cook-off, which goes on earlier in the day, and then we get ready for the dinner where your steak will be cooked to your order. Exactly. And Brookshire's is in helping us out with this. They are. We have 4 major sponsors. Brookshire's is one of them. Texas Heritage National Bank, J. Hodge Chevrolet, and then Sulphur Springs Jeep and Dodge. And so we certainly appreciate all of those sponsors. We also have a drink distributor that's been a sponsor, R&K. And so we certainly appreciate all of those sponsorships. Okay. Steak teams have to be there at 7 o'clock that morning. If you want to be there and watch them all, you can watch them all day long if you'd like. Is it too late to enter to be a steak cook? It is not. They are still taking entries for those teams. If you have somebody that you think would make a great cook, or you think you can be a participant in that steak cook-off, then you are welcome to contact us. All of the information is out on the website. It is open to amateurs and restaurants. It is, exactly. So 2 different categories will have prizes. Yes, and as an amateur, you don't compete against the restaurant chefs. You just compete against the amateur chefs. But we're very proud of all of our teams. 2 of our teams last year actually went to the National Steak Cook-Off and placed in the top 5, and so we're really excited for them. Yeah, it's an exciting night when those scores come in and the awards are made. So find out about how to be a steak cook at the website, at the Facebook page, Facebook Ribeye Roundup, and find out more about getting your ticket
to attend the October 6th steak dinner and concert
Absolutely.
at Texas Heritage National Bank and Brookshire's.
Yes. Yep, they both will have tickets, and Cattleman's Classic Ribeye Roundup. Just remember that, CCRR. Okay. It's easy to remember. Pull it up, find out the information, and make plans to be there. Save the date. Okay. It'll be great. It'll be so exciting, and with the concert that we have, we can't be any more thrilled than that.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
After a 2-week break, the Edge Conditioning Program for high school students resumed Monday morning at the multipurpose building. The attendance was surprisingly good, according to Wildcats football offensive coordinator Matt Young.
Outstanding turnout, really kind of back to probably second week of Edge, those kind of numbers. Older kids, we had over 70. I would say that we probably had 80 to 85% of our varsity kids here, which is a great turnout for mid-July. Really a good turnout with our freshmen, had almost 25 of those guys and had been hovering around 30. So really pleased. Girls had a good showing, got back above their numbers they were the week of the 4th. Everybody was hurting a little bit. You could tell they were breathing hard. But a lot of that wasn't because they hadn't worked. Some of it just they hadn't worked in groups. They hadn't been with each other. And so you get around your teammates and all of a sudden you're running a step faster, you're doing an extra rep, you're doing more weight on a lift. And so it fatigued them and it hurt them. The great thing was the attitude they had in it. It was smiles and it was happy to be back at it. I think they're starting to see that season's right around the corner, just 3 weeks away. The stadium's getting close, the grass starting to smell better. You got all those things kind of starting to happen. So it's pretty exciting, a lot of bounce in their step, and it'll be great to see them show up again tomorrow. And now let's kind of get this thing rolling.
Are there any of them that you know of that are starting today and trying just to do a 2-week?
Well, there's one we're still trying to find who's only made about 2 or 3 days. He's really just gotten caught with a bunch of work. He worked last night till 2 or 3 in the morning, then had to go back in at 10 this morning. So really that's as far as guys we're counting on. There's a couple others that were here a bunch early that aren't here today. I think there's 3 that we'll go find here in a minute and just see. Sometimes they just forgotten. They're not a guy that has a phone. They may be out of town. So we'll just go see where those guys are. But they'll be back. They've had a great summer. And we had a guy that was only a couple times beforehand that showed up. But he'd been working. He just hadn't been working with us. And he looks good and a good attitude about it. Glad that he's back. So it's exciting because it's a good group that can run and can move and do things.
We wondered, if a 2-week break would, kind of just kill it, but it seemed like it survived and got stronger, looks like, than it was when it stopped.
Well, what we've seen in the past when we took like a break for 4th of July, we hadn't done that in a few years, is our young kids wouldn't come back. And they're ones that count on other people for rides and it gets comfortable and easy. The older guys, they're working towards something. So it's always in their mind, when's it at, where's it at, how can I get better? And so it didn't really faze them. And it's really nice now. Now we'll go 2 weeks. They'll have 1 week off before we practice, and they'll be in shape. If we had gone straight through and then had 3 weeks, it'd have been scary what shape they'd have been in when we started. You don't want to practice fatigue because then you're not learning. You're just surviving. And so the key is that we're ready to attack when we come in the fall.
Some of them that have been from the very beginning, you're beginning, I'm sure, to see a lot of progress for these kids.
Oh, body control, foot speed, the ability to run the hundreds the way they did, some change of direction, some of our guys. Charlie Maddox is one that jumps out, one of our young linemen. Those guys we really see make strides between sophomore and junior. We got a couple of move-ins, seeing how those guys fit in. You can see them starting to relax just because now they know the guys. They're not just not that they were intimidated, but just that kind of do I fit in, that uncomfortableness. They're finding that groove, and you see the seniors starting to realize they're the oldest, and you see them kind of walk in with their chest up and talking to guys and how you need to stand up and breathe. Just those little things that we hang a lot on in our program.
Very good, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.